Hi, my name is Jason Wilkins, and the purpose of this video is to discuss the possibility of universal tertiary education in our country and the world beyond. In America, as in the nations of our Western allies, we often take for granted the educational opportunities we hold available to all citizens. Primary and secondary education has been compulsory in the United States since the early 19th century. And while state laws allow for children under the age of 16 to be homeschooled at the behest of parents, many states still require curriculum approval or aptitude testing for all students that forego public schooling. While the rest of the world sets goals for universal primary and secondary education, the Western nations have begun experimenting with state-funded college-level programs for all citizens seeking higher levels of education and consequently higher occupational positions. In ancient times, it was only the priesthood and nobility that had access to education. But as the world moved from agrarian-centered societies towards the postmodern technological age, we've witnessed mankind's struggle for equality and a race for universal human rights. It has been technology and education that have been instrumental in achieving these goals, as they have spanned vast distances, crossed all cultures, and made neighbors of us all. Now, as we enter the 21st century, the age of information, we are presented countless new avenues of communication and education. The Internet has connected men, women, and children around the world in ways not dreamed of a century ago. With the click of a button, we can enter a world of endless possibility, of readily available information and instantaneous news. Universities and colleges around the globe are beginning to utilize the communication cornucopia of cyberspace by offering courses and degrees online to working-class mothers and fathers who would have otherwise been unable to achieve an education or rise any higher within their respective occupations. Webcams have allowed for virtual classrooms and instantaneous feedback from students and professors. The Internet allows for students to research and study from home, often without the need for outside trips to the library. Satellite communication has allowed access to the Internet to be available to even the most remote locations and poorest of families. Though there are many more tools available, it should already be evident that technology is beyond capable of making scholars of us all. With war and famine wreaking havoc around the world, it is the vision of a universally educated society that grants hope for the achievement of world peace and eradication of poverty. With the world closing in on achieving universal primary and secondary education, it only stands to reason that universal tertiary education would follow. Organizations such as the Open Learning Exchange and One Laptop Per Child have been forging ahead to bring technology and education to third world countries through contributions from citizens of affluent nations, citizens such as you and I. As stated best by Mahatma Gandhi, we should be the change that we wish to see in the world. Whether it's by donating to organizations like the OLE and OLPC, by supporting legislation for improved education and technological advancement, or by simply participating in online education, you join the process of becoming that change. For it is a better educated world that is needed to defeat hatred and greed, and it is a technologically advanced world that can bring such prosperity about. As every second draws our global community closer, so too do our lofty dreams of human equality become more visible. It is much like viewing the approach of home rising in the distance after a long and perilous journey. For knowledge has been that journey, equality that home, and technology the vehicle that brought us here together. I'm Jason Wilkins. Thank you for watching.